Just working on doing some up potting today, getting all my figs out of the greenhouse. Still left a few in there, some of the smaller ones that I want to get growing bigger before I move them out. But I moved a lot of them out here into the yard in the shade. I have to acclimate them, so I leave them in the shade for a little while. I was trying to cut back on trees this year a little bit in preparation for moving, but I was not very successful in doing that. I had the ones that were in the shade here previously. I had them in the shade for about a week. I moved those over to what I call the fig garden over here. It was my old garden, but I now use it for figs, so I call it the fig garden. So these are just seeing the direct sunlight for the first time, and hopefully they'll be all right. I'm usually a little bit aggressive on getting them acclimated. You know, a lot of people do it real gradual. I put them in the shade for about a week, and then it's supposed to be cloudy this week, so I thought it was probably okay to just move them out where they're going to be out in the sun normally. So it's just a lot of work to incrementally move them over and over, so I just do it probably because I'm kind of lazy. But I haven't had any problems yet, so I think it'll be all right. Let's see, this is a bubble gum. This is a new, supposedly it tastes like a bubble gum flavor, but it's a new California seedling that was discovered. Of course, those California seedlings are caprified a lot of times. That's how they got the seedling. So it's not clear if that bubblegum flavor will come through in an uncaprified fruit or not, but I think this one is confirmed to be common at least, so I should at least get some fruit. Whether it actually tastes like bubblegum or not remains to be seen. So, but I'm excited to grow that one here this year. I'll be growing that for the first time. Yeah, so still got to get my irrigation system set up. I ordered some parts from a company out in Oregon actually, and they should be here later this week, so I'll probably try to get that set up this coming week, and that'll just make it a lot easier for me because I won't have to be watering them all the time. Man, that's a lot of figs, isn't it? And then I still have more in the basement also. These are some of my mother trees. I cut these up this last fall and then turned those into a lot of little trees that I've been selling to different people across the United States. Let's see, LSU Tiger, Hativ the Argentile, Malta Black, lots of different trees. These are some new ones that I'm growing this year for the first time. I rooted these over the winter, and they're just coming outside. This is called Piombinese, I think. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. It sounds French or something. This is Sapola. A Sapola tree. That's one that Fig Agro Lab Asia, I think that is how that got through. How that came over here. I didn't get it directly from them, but somebody did probably. This looks like it needs some sun. This is Fico Seco. This one's looking pretty nice actually. This is what is this? Paratgelina. It's one that people are kind of excited about this year. It's kind of a newer variety here in the US, I think. This is DC2. That stands for Dead Cat 2. Supposedly, that came from the LSU fig breeding program. And supposedly they went in the greenhouse one day and there was a dead cat, and there was several of these new figs near the dead cat, and so they named them DC1, 2, you know, whatever. Well, that's DC2 right there. This is Levolsi. This is, oh no, I'm sorry. This is Adielos. That's I believe a Fig du Monde variety. part of his collection. From France. Petite Abique. This is this tall one here. I usually cut these much shorter, but this one I decided just to try cutting it a little higher. This is Capulcurt Negra. Got a few fruits off of it last year, but this grows really well. You can tell this is only its second season, so you can see how big this trunk was just after the first season. So this is probably going to grow pretty big this year. This will probably grow bigger than any fig that I've grown yet, because I usually cut them back pretty low to the ground there. And Violet Sapor. This is really neat. It's got these really big like nodes here that kind of bulge out. They're kind of interesting. But that's a tasty fig. And oh, this is the Nuestra Senora del Carmen mother tree. So this is a fig that a lot of people have been really interested in, and basically I cut it back as far as I really could last season, because I did want to have some growth left on it, and then I had maybe about, I don't know, 20 nodes or something on the rest of this tree, and I just cut that up into a bunch of little pieces and grafted it onto some other trees to try to spread that around, because a lot of people have been wanting this tree. So I've been selling that this spring. Got a little ladybug on there. So I have really interested to try more of these figs here this year, because I only got 3 last year, and it being a first year tree, I was really interested in the taste. I was really hoping it was not going to be a big bust, because I paid quite a bit of money for this tree actually, and I got it because there was a grower out in San Diego, Carla, who runs a nursery under the name Garden Crochet, and she was saying this was her best fig, and she's got tons and tons of figs. So I knew it was a good fig, but I didn't know that it would be good in this climate. I tried it last fall, and it was good. It was good. It was hard to, you taste it, and it was one of those where I couldn't immediately identify what the flavor was. It wasn't like you eat some figs and they're clearly like a strawberry taste. Well, this wasn't like that. It was good. I couldn't quite pin down the flavor, so I'm definitely interested in trying more, and hopefully I'll get a lot more figs this year. It'll be a little more mature tree, and hopefully it'll be good again, because sometimes you try a fig and it tastes really good the first year, but then the second year it's not so good. So really interested in trying some more figs from this tree. Green Misturinska. This is one I just put into a larger pot. This is was pretty good, but I only got a couple figs last year, so looking forward to trying some more on that one. And then Red Lebanese Becca Valley. Really impressed with this last year, and so I moved this into a bigger pot. Got a lot of figs from this last year in its first season. I-258. Smith, of course, I've got Smith. This is a well-known fig. A lot of people have it. A lot of people say this is probably the best fig to grow on the East Coast in terms of flavor and, being able to withstand the humidity that exists out here. This is Bourgeois Sauté, I don't know if I said that right, Noir. I think this is a French fig. It's a dark color, good taste. And what do we got here? Oh yeah, I already looked at that one. Yep. All right, well, get these acclimated to the sun, and then get these out in the direct sun, and then start growing. I guess I'll go in the greenhouse here too. Let's see what we got here. Some of these I just moved out from the basement. Craven's Craving. That was from last year. It grew a little bit last year, but I don't think I got any figs from it last year. It's known to be a slow grower. This is Famino This is another Fig du Monde variety. Mario 50. This is supposed to be similar or maybe identical to Black Madeira. I don't know. Some people said it's earlier. Who knows? Ibiza. I don't know much about that one. Here's another bubble gum. I tried. I had some extras sometimes. This is Jamal Al Asfar. I'm really interested in this. It's a Middle Eastern variety, and it looks to be like an Adriatic type fig, which most Middle Eastern figs seem to be like honey flavored figs. So I'm interested to see what this tastes like. Jamal Al Asfar. Colonel Lippmann's Black Cross. I did get a little bit of figs from that last year. Col de Dame Bordeaux. This would be my first year. I grew that last year, but I didn't get any figs. And what do we got? Cherry Pie. That's another California seedling. Col de Dame Roja. What else we got here? Crema de... Is that mango or mori? Crema de mora or mori? I can't remember. I wrote mora on that, but I thought it was mori. But this was another California seedling from Sacred Origin. Leanne, she goes by Sacred Origin, and it looks really good. But again, coming from California, it's not clear if the uncaprified version will be as good, you know, without the fig wasp. Fracassano Nero, Calderwood Unknown. This is I got this to see if it would produce maybe a little bit better figs than my LSU Tiger. It's supposed to be really similar to LSU Tiger, but my LSU Tiger didn't do much for me last year. Tenerife, I think that's another Fig du Monde variety. Looks like some nice leaves on that thing. I got a few pepper plants. I gotta uppot those as well. All right, that's about it. Got my calamansi over here. Actually getting some flowers on the calamansi for the first time this year. Right here, so hopefully I'll get some fruit. All right.